Back in the mid-1950s, a mother in Dayton, Ohio managed to feed a family of 7 on just a few dollars a week. No fancy ingredients, no complicated recipes, just simple meals repeated again and again, yet nobody complained. How did she do it? The answer lies in a forgotten style of cooking that quietly disappeared over time. These meals weren't designed to impress guests or win awards. They had one purpose: take almost nothing and turn it into something that felt like enough. Before fast food and frozen dinners took over, casseroles were the backbone of everyday life. They were practical, filling, and surprisingly comforting. Take the humble bread and butter bake. Long before bread, pudding became a dessert. Families used leftover bread to create a savory dish layered with scraps of meat and soaked in a mixture of eggs and milk. Once baked, it transformed into a golden, soft-centered meal that could feed everyone at the table. It required little effort, could be prepared ahead of time, and asked almost nothing from the cook after a long day. Or consider a simple beef bake topped with biscuit dough. Instead of spending time peeling and mashing potatoes, mothers placed raw biscuit rounds over a mixture of meat and vegetables, letting the oven do all the work. The result? A bubbling, hearty dish with a golden top that children actually looked forward to eating. Even cabbage, one of the cheapest vegetables, became something special when layered with a creamy sauce and baked until tender. What started as a basic ingredient turned into a dish that appeared at gatherings, church dinners, and family tables across the country. These meals weren't just about saving money. They were about creativity, efficiency, and care. Every ingredient had a purpose. Every dish told a story of making the most out of very little. As time went on, more of these simple dishes filled dinner tables across the country. One of the most popular was a creamy tuna and noodle bake. Unlike the versions people joke about today, the original was carefully balanced: soft noodles, flaky fish, and a crunchy topping that made every bite satisfying. Another clever creation was a simplified version of lasagna. Instead of expensive cheeses and time-consuming preparation, families used basic pasta, tomato sauce, and slices of processed cheese. Everything baked together in one dish, saving both time and effort while still delivering a filling meal. There was also the classic combination of beans and sliced hot dogs. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. It was warm, hearty, and affordable, exactly what families needed during tight weeks. Some meals didn't even include meat, but still managed to feel complete. A potato and egg bake layered simple ingredients into something rich and satisfying. It stayed warm for long periods, making it perfect for families who gathered at different times for dinner. What made casseroles truly powerful wasn't just the ingredients, it was the transformation. Cheap, basic items became something unified, something that looked like a proper meal instead of separate, struggling pieces. This wasn't accidental. It was intentional. These meals solved a real problem: how to feed a family with limited resources while still preserving dignity and comfort. Even macaroni and cheese was different back then. Instead of powdered mixes, eggs were used to create a custard-like texture that held everything together. The result was firm, rich, and deeply satisfying.